Hello everybody and welcome back to the Tabletop Temple, where we paint, we play, and we pray to the dice gods. In today's video, I'm going to be going over another Speedpaint tutorial with awakenrealms' new game, Grimcoven. And the boss I've decided to select was the Tormentor boss. And the first color I'm going to get started with is Bony matter. You want to get it all over the bony bits that's a part of his torso, and there's even some on the base. If you don't have bony matter, you can also go with Citadel skeleton horde, but I've decided to go with bony matter because I think it's very rich in contrast, and the tan color makes the bones look a little bit more old and decayed itself. So here on the Tabletop Temple, I've learned a new trick. And that is to get one thing that I painted in the shortest amount of time. And I'm going to show that trick to you here right now. It's at the snap of a finger. In 3, 2, 1. But when you're done with the bony matter on his torso, this is pretty much what it's going to look like. So, and at the time of recording, I actually noticed that there's actually a little bit of bone on his arm right here. So I decided to take care of that real quick. But let me zoom in for focus, and this is what it looks like up close. So without further ado, let's get into the next color. So after taking a look at the artwork on the Game Found page, there's this red stuff surrounding all of the bony bits, and I'm assuming that's either going to be Lament or blood itself, which I have to make the disclaimer that it is going to be fake blood in this video, or just red, but I decided to go with blood red from Army Painter to replicate this as best as I can. So you want to take it and try to just get in all of the crevices surrounding the bones. And I'm also going to be showing you a trick that I use as well on top of this, just to bring it more to life than what you see right here. That being said, this is what it pretty much looks like once you have applied all of the blood red. But now on to show you the next color that I'm going to be using on top of that, like I said, just to bring this a little more to life, and that is going to be the technical paint from Citadel, Blood for the Blood God. It is a technical paint. YouTube, it is fake blood. You could take this directly from the pod, and what you want to do with it is just kind of dab it over a few selected spots, and it really brings out that blood red from Army Painter. The next color I decided to go with is some Dark Oath Flesh to go over his arms. You can pretty much use any skin tone, but I really like the way that this one brings out that weird looking kind of flesh over these type of models. So go over his arms, try not to really hit anything else, but you're actually going to see later on in the video that I missed a spot by his leg. It's actually showcasing it busting out of the armor. That's why you see claws on top of the little box that he's stepping on. So with the claws that are on his foot, you just want to go over it with some bony matter. So the next color I'm going to be throwing on him is going to be for his cloak. And in the artwork, it shows that it's black, maybe blue, maybe a slight tint of purple. But the one I'm going with is Hive Dweller Purple. I decided to go with the purple because I truly think that that color is going to be bringing out all the reds, all the tan colors, and even the silvers that I'm going to be adding later into the video. And that's pretty much what it looks like with the entire cloak painted. As you can see, it's really dark, really rich in contrast, and all of the red and bones and fleshy bits really pop inside of this color. So now I'm going to be going over all of the silver bits that are on him, including his leg armor and his weapon that he's holding, and I've decided to keep it really a dark silver, so that's why I decided to go with Enchanted Steel from Army Painter. And I'm also painting it on the box that he's stepping on as well. But make sure you get it on his weapon, his armor on his leg, the box, and even that little cross that's sitting on the base. But as you can see here, I almost got it on his leg that actually showed it was busting through to the armor. That's gonna go the Dark Oath flesh, as I've mentioned previously. And to speed things up, I think it's time to show you my trick again to get this entire weapon painted, and that's going to be 3, 2, 1. And as you can see here, this is where I decided to add the Dark Oath flesh and a bit of the blood red to bring out his leg. For the final step, I've decided to go with Talos bronze to go all over his weapon and accent it by painting all the chains, maybe a couple of little bits just to bring out the silvers on the weapons. But yeah, that's what I decided to go with, and it's kind of like the Undead General. The bronze will really make all of the silver pop. And after you're finished with the Talos bronze, this is the final result for the Tormentor. If you liked today's video, guys, please go ahead and drop a like on the video, leave a comment on what you think, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and look out for my live videos because I like chatting with you. But that's it for today's video, guys. As always, I am your friendly neighborhood guru. I will see you on the next Tabletop Temple. Goodbye, my friends.